Hello everyone, my name is Mazani Fernando. You can call me Akmal, and I'm from Geophysical Engineering from the year 2024. So I'm here to help you, so I can explain how to answer this question as an IUP student. Hopefully, I'll change the question to English so you can communicate through English. So the first thing you want to do is you read the questions carefully, okay? So determine the type of rigid body that was rolling and show the calculations that support your answer. We must determine the type of rigid body that was rolling. So in this question, there's a type of rigid body that's rolling, and we must determine the type of rigid body. So why is rigid body how we can determine that rigid body differs? So we can determine that from their value of k. There's a thing called moment of inertia. There is how they inertia. The for thin ring, their value is 1. Thin hollow sphere is 2 divided by 3. Solid cylinder is 1 divided by 2. Solid sphere is 2 divided by 5. So the equation for their moment of inertia differs. Okay. So we must search this value of k, so we can determine what type of rigid body lies in this question. Okay, so we will start reading the question. Wait, before question, we must determine the bab or subbab from its question. So there will be kinematics, dynamics, and rotational motion, especially rolling motion without slipping, torque, and also rotational inertia. Okay, next we'll read the question and we will draw their force. Okay. A uniform rigid body with mass m and radius r is released from rest at the top of an inclined plane. Rest at the top from an inclined plane. Okay. Uh, Inclined plane sits at the top, mass m, radius r. We don't know yet what type of rigid body is this, but we can determine that it's circular because there's a moment of inertia in this. Okay, m, r, x. Air resistance is ignored while the surface of the plane is sufficiently rough so that the body rolls without slipping along its path. Okay, so from this information, we can conclude that the surface of this inclined plane has some kind of friction, so that this ball rolls without slipping or rolling. Okay, next, the inclined plane has a path of length 8 meters and makes an angle of 37 degree. Okay, the body reaches the bottom of the inclined plane in 2 seconds. Okay, next information, the surface along the path is 8 meters. Okay, this is how the end. This is 37 degree. The time from the top to the bottom is 2 seconds. Okay, now we finish drawing. The next is we must G10 and sine of 37 degree is 0.6. Okay. Okay. How can we know what the K value of this rigid body is? Okay. So the first thing you want to do is um you want to draw their wait, how can I change the color? Okay, you want to draw the force that is implied in this question. Okay, so there's a mass m, and oh, of course there's gravity included. There is 10. So because there's gravity, there would be a force to the bottom. There is m times gravity. Okay, and because this ball is rolling to the from this to this, the path would be like this. What force is uh what force that that this rigid body receive? It would be mass times gravity times sine of 37. There is sine of 37, 0.6. MQ 0.6. Okay. And because there's a force to the bottom and there's a friction around here, there would be a perpendicular force. There is a friction force to there. F. How can we determine F? F is the force of F mu times N. N is the perpendicular force of mk cos that is in here. This is N. That's the definition. But we're not going to use that, so we'll erase that. We can draw it though. Mk cos N. Okay. After that, we can conclude from the second law of motion, second Newton's law of motion, that is sigma F that equals to m times a. The sigma F is mk 0.6 minus F equals to mass times a. Okay. F, because we won't use this equation because we don't know what this value is, we'll use torque. Okay, so torque is, or tau is, force, or in this case the friction force, times its radius, or uh, from its circular path. For this one is this r. So we can conclude the F is tau divided by r, and tau is also inertia times alpha. Alpha is the acceleration of a circular motion. There is a divided by r, and I, like we said earlier, has uh, an equation according to its rigid body. So we'll write this k times mass times r squared. So we can write F as mk 0.6 minus F equals to tau. Tau is this k mr squared times a divided by r, and F is tau divided by r. So it will be this equals to m times a. But wait, what is a? So that's the kinematics coming in. We can deduce the a, or acceleration, for this equation using this equation as is initial velocity times t plus half of acceleration times t squared. We know s 8, initial velocity 0 because it rests at the top. T is 2, so 8 times 2 divided by 2 times 2. So a is 4. Okay, a is 4. M, okay, okay, so m is m, r is r. There's an m here, there's an m here, there's an m here, so they cancels out each other. R squared, r, and r, they cancel out. So that would be g times 0.6 minus k times 4 equals to 4. Okay, so g, oh yeah, is 10, g is 10. G is 10, so 0.66 equals to 4k plus 1. Okay. Um, Sine, sine of 37. Sine of 37. Okay. Next. So 6 divided by 4. Wait a minute. 6 divided by 4. K plus 1 equals 6 divided by 4 minus 1. 6, wait, minus 1 is this. So K would be uh 2 divided by 4, or a half. And what is a half? For K that is half. It's it's a solid cylinder. Yay! The answer for this question is solid cylinder. Okay, thank you very much for your time. I hope I don't take too much. And thank you.